Welcome back to Sisters in Rallies. A few weeks ago now, we did a YouTube on a brand new slurry pit that we put in, and today we thought to show you it in use. So it's our first time ever using it.
It's first bit of action since we put it in, so it's very exciting.
It is very, very exciting. So with the new NVZ rules and all that jazz, we're not allowed to pump slurry onto the fields. So that's what this slurry pit is doing, is our slurry pit got full. So it's just been storm bit. As I'm sure most of the UK will know, but it was a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, our slurry pit filled pretty quickly after that.
Literally in about 2 days. Crazy. So NVZ is a rule that has just very recently come into Wales, where we're not allowed to spread slurry between the months of October and January. So that means that any slurry we have when this pit is overflowing, we're not allowed to use it on any fields or anything like that. So as a lot of you might have seen by our recent video, we did put a new slurry pit in place so that we could transport slurry from here to that one, because we knew that we wouldn't have enough storage in this pit itself to get us through the whole winter, which is literally being demonstrated now because our pit got full within 2 days of rain. It literally filled to the top. So ideally we were able to get tankers in just to move it from one place to another. As you can see, it's a beautiful day today, and actually it's quite good weather to pump slurry onto fields, but because of the rules we're just not allowed to do that, which is actually a massive shame because the fields would really benefit from slurry on it now. But you can see the tanker literally reversing up to us now, ready to get us some slurry out of the pit.
Contractors in to do this job. We try to do most jobs ourselves, but anything to do with slurry we have contractors in. So this is Steve just filling up his tankers. We've got 3 tankers on the go today. She's just attached his pipe there, and then the slurry will now just fill into this tank. So it's, you know, massive. They're really, really good to be filled. So he does the steerer for us as well. So that's our tractor and our steerer. He's just making sure it's all good for us, so we don't have to worry about it, which is always handy. So yeah, Steve, how much how much can you fit in there?
4,000 gallon.
4,000 gallon? That's a lot. Yeah, so there's 4,000 gallon in there then. Oh yeah, to be fair, it says up there. So there's a slight change in the noise which says that it's full, so he's just going to take his pipe off. And he's good to go. That's always a nice feeling when that noise stops. So yeah, obviously that doesn't look like it's gone down at all. I mean, 4,000 litres compared to all of that. But when you keep doing it all day. So he then leaves. Bye, Steve. No messing around there, he's full and he's gone. And he's off. Do you enjoy when they come to pump slurry?
Yeah, especially this time it's felt like a bit of a weight lifter, because like it's always a bit of a worry if the pit starts to get a bit full.
Yeah.
So, and it's just nice to see friendly faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Sarah is going all the time, so we put it on before the tankers even arrive to get the slurry nice and mixed in before they start, and then it will keep going the whole time. That's just to keep the slurry really nice and thin. You can see it there, it's literally just water. And that's just so that it's really easy for the boys to suck it out of the pit and then be able to pump it out as well. If it's too thick and it's got too much like thick stuff in there, it can start to block the pipes and block the machines, and it can cause a lot of problems. So the thinner it is, the better. This is really, really nice slurry we've got here now, and the stirrer is a really important factor to that.
And just like that, someone else has turned up. The cows absolutely love it when there's something going on in the yard. Like they're normally all, they've got a socialising spot in the shed. But it's a beautiful day. There's somebody new here, something new to look at. And they're just like, do you know what? We're going to hang out here today and watch them pump slurry. easy, so he's just going to talk us through what he's going to do now.
I'm going to put the pipe onto the tanker now to take a load down to Rose Hill to the transfer it.
Well, so I guess the most important thing is to put the pipe on so it actually goes into the tank. So is that easy to do what you've just done?
Can be.
Because you made it look very easy, but what, is that it?
Yeah, that's it, just let it load up.
So you put it on, and then when you lifted that lever,
Put the pipe on now, lifted the handle up, so it's going to fill up for about 5-10 minutes. All depends.
So is that what that noise is? It's just the sucking?
Yeah, it's the vacuum pump going now, which can be louder sometimes, all depends on the tank you've got.
So it's essentially being sucked in by
Just suck
vacuum?
it up now, vacuum, and then pressure to push it out to the pit then.
So it's like a really big hoover?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice, that's quite a good way of explaining that, actually.
Yeah.
So do you enjoy doing this job? Because some people obviously would say it's like smelly and...
It's alright, you just been doing it for so long, you just get used to the smells as well.
Yeah,
just get used
that's
to the
isn't
smell.
it? But I have noticed you've got your gloves on.
Got to have gloves on for this job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had an incident where it's like splashback or something?
Top to bottom, many times.
Oh,
it's all about learning again, isn't it? But it's always best to have a good pair of gloves.
Yeah. And maybe if you're learning like a full set of overalls.
In the wellies the worst thing, wet foot all day.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
that would be pretty meng. But yeah, that's good. So you've obviously got a 4,000 litre, gallon
4,000
gallon.
Yeah.
One as well.
It takes a good load, you know, travelling as well. So it's tidy, it's good.
Yeah. This job is quite noisy. That is the vacuum that's making the noise. So sorry if you can't hear that well, but this pipe here is basically showing where the slurry is. So you can see the line of slurry there. If I stand back, you can see it better. And basically that's where it is on the tank. So it's just a way of knowing how full it is, how far he's got left. But probably most important when they're on the field empty and they can kind of see where they're at, how much they've got left, so on and so forth. So it's just heading up there now. So it's coming to the top now, so hopefully we hear the change in noise. Pipe over there is completely brown now. There we go. There's a change of noise, so that means it's full. And it stopped. Nice. Did it stop itself or did you stop
I press
it?
the yellow button on the left yard, yeah.
Ah.
Stop the PTO and then we can just take the pipe off.
So you put that back down.
Pull it back down.
Can you take the pipe off without pulling that down?
You gotta put that down first, otherwise it'll all come back out again.
Yeah, and that's when you'd get covered.
Yeah.
And then you get this ready for the next person.
Get ready for the next person.
And that it's as simple as that then?
Simple as that. And it's pretty clean about the farm, so it makes a difference for us to turn and put pipes on as well. It's good.
So I have a quick question before you head off.
Yeah.
Obviously you're doing this all day long. You don't really stop. When are you going to have your lunch?
Either when the tank is loading or unloading.
Oh, so you have to eat it on the go.
I'm not going to say, but most of my lunch is nearly gone now anyway, so.
To be fair, it is nearly 1 o'clock, so you've done quite well.
Yeah, I usually have a good box full, but no, not today.
Not today. So you can't be eating like soup or anything like that.
Yeah. It's a job to eat yogurt on the road as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you very much, Mikey. We'll see you the other side.
No problem.
Bye, Mikey. So just like that, he's full, and he's now going to leave.
So he's got buttons there on the outside of his tractor that he can press the PTO on there. So he can sort of use buttons whilst he's not on the tractor, which works really well for dogs like that.
And he's off. So my job and Poppy's job, Poppy put the steer on this morning, to be fair to her, and got the tractor ready and all that jazz. And then we just basically make sure the contractors are happy, harass them with our phones and videos.
We do our best. Before the contractors even arrive, we make sure this yard is all really nice and clean. So Josie scraped it all up yesterday, all the way for them to drive out, so they're not making too much of a mess onto the road. And then Josie is now just clearing the way again with the scraper tractor. So you can see there's just a bit of a pile up of muck there on each edge. That's just from them driving in and out and having the pipes there and things. So she's just scraping it down there to keep everything nice and tidy. Again, just to keep the tractors as clean as possible. That's already much better just from doing that. And just like that, another tractor is back. So yeah, they drive up through here and then they literally go up this road and then straight out through there onto the main A40. So we want their tyres to try and be as clean as possible just so they're not making too much mess. Because it's our responsibility to make sure everything's nice and clean. Now Jenny and Josie have just got to get out of the way. Zoom, zoom. Good job. So you can see he's got the weight on the front of his tractor there, because obviously when these tankers are full there is a lot of weight behind them. So it's just to keep everything nice and balanced and even. They make reversing back there look really easy, but it's actually not. They're just very skilled. And he's ready for his next load. To the slurry pit. So Mikey's just here unloading. So it does seem really silly that we're just basically moving it from one slurry pit to another, especially on a beautiful day like today, where our fields like could do with it, so on and so forth. But here we are. So we're lucky we've got this slurry pit, because we would not have made it through the winter without it. Are there many farms like that you're doing this for?
Yeah, it's getting quite common with the NDZs coming in now as well.
Yeah.
So it's, most people pump it with the pipes there, but in this case it's all tanker work, so it's good.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah. It gives you a job.
And yeah, on a dry day it's lovely, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it is nice actually. So it's just the same concept, only...
Yeah, it's going out the tanker this time, so we've got on pressure, not a vacuum this time, so it's...
So instead of a hoover,
it all
it's
runs the back valve, obviously on a different valve this time, so the tanker gets completely empty, and it just goes down the pit then.
Yeah, so it's at the bottom and then something just pushes it out, so it empties it completely. I thought it was quite weird that the pipe's so slack there, but I've just been informed it's because the slurry's running down so fast, it's like...
Gosh, you can't keep up with that.
I'm finding this all very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Usually we just reverse to the edge of the pit and blow it in, but in this case, because there's quite a lot of rab and loose stones on the bank, it won't wash it down in the method we do it this way. It's better this way, keeps everything clean and no stones rolling in.
Yeah, and then it's just straight into the bottom of the pit. To be fair, it is quite an ideal way to do it.
And then you don't get the smell as well. So
yeah, which is ideal for neighbours.
The neighbours happy.
Yeah.
Coming to the end.
Yeah, it's almost at the end now, so we've got the air coming out from the tanker.
Oh boy, you're not afraid it's going to come?
No.
Is this where we get covered in slurry?
The tanker's empty now, so it's just air in the tanker.
Oh, so it is just air sputtering.
Switch it all off and take the pipe off.
It's just swimming around. Of course, you wouldn't want to be on the other end of that. Nice. Is that to save you going in the tractor?
Yeah, and I can close the valve by here as well. Press and hold that one, so it takes them back to the cab again, and I haven't got my gloves this time.
Oh dear. Oh, you don't need
I
them.
don't need them this time, it's all pretty clean.
The pipe's calmed down now.
Can still be a little bit of air in it. Carefully. That's it.
Bro, as easy as that.
As easy as that.
And then you don't want to by mistake chuck that in there, or you'd have to head on in there and fetch it back
I'll
out.
send Steve down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, thank you so much. What a lad. What a lad.
Do not enter.
Oh my god, I dare you. That sign's there for a very good reason. So that's it really. So every single tank load that comes to the slurry pit and gets emptied like that. And then what will happen is in the spring, well, probably in February time now when we're allowed to spread again, we'll just come and empty the pit.
It's ideal to fit it nice and big. It should fit, like, Mikey reckons it would fit about 3 of our slurry pits into here. So we should
So
have
that's plenty of
storage
space
now for the rest of the winter. But yeah, it's really good.
It's just our safety net with everything going on. We can just store our slurry with no worries.
And it's quite ideal actually, because a lot of this land is where we've spread the slurry anyway. So actually getting it from this pit means it's not as far to travel then. Like they can literally drive in through that gateway and straight onto that field. So
It's
it's
ideal.
all good in the hood.
Wow.
Ow.
But for now, it rests here. So if you want to know more about this slurry pit, we did do a YouTube on it, all about like clay samples, you know, how we dug it, the process that went through to do it and things like that.
Our
So
dad was very much in charge of that video, so if you miss him.
yeah, then it's worth a watch. So if you watch our YouTubes all the time, every week, you might have noticed that our dad hasn't been involved in them for the last 3 weeks, and it's not because we've
Fired him.
boycotted him.
No, so he has gone on a holiday with our mum, which they very much deserve. So they've been away for the last 2.5 weeks. That's why he's not been in them. But it has also meant that me and Josie have been solely in charge of the farm.
Yeah.
With, of course, our sister Heather. But yeah, the farm itself, we've been in charge, which has been interesting.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really fun. We always enjoy it. Like, it's nice when he
Yeah.
comes back because, like we always say, like
like the
farmers are jack
comfort
of all
blanket.
trades, and we're just not quite there yet. So there's certain things that as soon as he's home tomorrow, we'll be like, right, Dad, you need to go fix this and fix this.
Yeah,
and
I
fix
have got a
this."
list and it's called Things for Dad to Fix When He Gets Home. But no,
Yeah.
it's been nice, and like it's good for us to have a chance to do things ourselves, and like because we've been through the sort of the weather change and we've had to bring cattle in, and it is really good for us to do
Yeah.
that. And we would never be in charge of this. Like Dad would always be the person to ring Steve, get them out here and organise it all, but because he's not been here, we've had to do that. Which, yeah.
And if we hadn't done it, our pit, I don't think it would have overflowed, but it would have been very close. Our dad would have come home and been like, Steve!
would have been like,
Yeah, so
we don't
it
want
is
that.
good. And to be fair to our dad, like he knew the slurry pit was close to, like he knew that we'd probably manage to do it, and he put all his trust into us,
we
which
did have
is
a
like,
pep talk before he left.
oh yeah, but like yeah, he's gone for 2.5 weeks, and the fact that he was happy to leave us in charge means quite a lot to me anyway. I'm sure it does to you as
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
Like he does, to be fair, let us have a lot of responsibility, which we're very glad of and happy
We're very
to
lucky
give a
for as
go.
well. But yeah.
Yeah, so it's
That's
been
why
going
he's
quite
not
well.
here.
So Steve's here now to empty his load. So that just shows how quickly the turnaround is. So Mikey's not long gone, and now Steve is here to unload, and then when he goes, Simon will arrive. They've got a really good thing going on.
Yeah, that's why it's good to have 3 tractors on the go, because it's just way more efficient. If you had only one coming back and forth, well, you'd have to be here for about 2 days to even make a dent, so it just wouldn't be worthwhile.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. So it's all the exact same process, just the other way round. Off he goes to press his buttons. Oh no. There you go, so it started now. It's just having a little swim. Gosh, I do feel very anxious.
I'm not sure this isn't a splatter.
There it goes. Another load heading into the slurry pit. Just like that. Another 4,000 litres. So in our time we've been here, we've seen 8,000 litres of slurry go into the slurry pit.
Did you do maths for A level or?
I got a C in GCSE. We've just pulled out the field. We don't want to call ourselves stalkers. However, we are going to follow Steve home. Also, we're coming across another tractor.
I think there's 2. This is absolute carnage.
So we've got Simon, who will definitely be one of them, who is on his way to Phil. So that's what we were saying, in the sense that they like cross over quite well.
Yeah, so he's just heading up here now, so we're just going to pass him now and then we'll hopefully be on the way. And we're off again. So this is literally like a 400-metre country road, would you say?
You can't just drag me into your
I don't know. It's basically this straight, and then we get onto the main road, so it's not far at all. But yeah, we just got to do a little bit of a country road before we can get onto the main road, which when you're on a big tractor, obviously isn't ideal, and actually we've come across. So this tractor's got nothing to do with us, so I'm going to just stop. So all the tractors are at it because the weather's so lovely today. Yeah, so we passed him pretty easily. So yeah, we'll go onto the main road now. So this is the part that our dad always says is like the worst thing. With our farm, as we are situated right on the A40, which is a really, really busy main road. So trying to pull out onto it can be really quite difficult, especially in the summer months when everyone's off out enjoying themselves, driving here to and everywhere. And then my dad's trying to pull out on silage. It can be quite difficult.
Yeah, Mikey just said, like, even when it gets to lunchtime, he says it gets so much busier just purely over the lunch hours.
Yeah.
And then it does just slow the job down, because obviously the longer you take to pull out, the longer you take to get back.
To fill up, yeah. Okay, so he's managed to go. I think he was sat there for just under 5 minutes and he's gone.
Bye, Steve.
Oh, we're gonna follow, but we have got a car in between us and I don't want to film the number plate. I don't know why. I think, is that illegal? I don't know.
You don't want to break the law.
I don't want to intervene in someone's privacy. But off Steve goes. Oh, there you go, the car's.
The car's letting us live our dream, everyone.
He's like, I don't want to be on Sisters and Wellies. Oh God, we're having a great time.
We're on a road trip. We're on a convoy.
So yeah, so we just follow him home now. So we're really not too far away. So at the minute we're just driving through through Slurry.
Yeah, so it's literally probably about a 5-minute journey by the time you wait to pull out and everything. So it's not too far at all. Actually works really well, but like Josie said, because the A40 is so busy, it's not ideal.
No.
Other than that, it's quite good.
Yeah. So now we've got to this junction here, Wiston Junction, we are now hitting our land. So to the right we have one of our fields, the hay shed fields we call it, and to the left that's where we keep our heifers in the summer months. So we feel like we're on the home stretch now because we're surrounded by our land. So when we refer to in other YouTube videos the cattle across the road, that is those fields in there, over that hedge.
Oh, we're going to pass one of our tractors.
So here's Mikey, who we've been talking to on his way to unload.
He's probably glad to see us going in the other direction.
Yeah. And now on the left we've got all the cow fields that we use in the summer months, the night grazing paddocks. And then this is our home stretch. So our home is literally the sheds on the left now. Now. There we go. There we are. So we're nearly there. So yeah, it really, really hasn't taken long. If you're watching this, you're probably like, wow, that was
2 hours.
painfully slow. But we have indeed made it. It's a tractor. Should we go and have a closer look? Stewie is obsessed with tractors. So he's a very lucky boy that he's able to come out with his mum and see so many. So we're going to watch Simon come in now and load up his slurry. Is there another tractor there? He is just totally mesmerised by all things tractors. So this is Simon's tractor now, he's on the Case tractor. So Simon's the other contractor we've been talking about. So we're here today, we've got Steve, Mikey and Simon. And Dewi is in absolute awe of Simon. So he's just put his tanker to fill. Done? So I've been wondering, because we've watched Mikey and Steve do this. You put it in through the one bit and out
you fill up that one, and then like the other one then.
So could you to vacuum it in, put it on the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, you could?
Yeah, I know what's going. Yeah, good luck.
Ah.
If you look at that one there, how we got this joint? How we got a different joint to this one?
Oh, right,
So
okay.
it wouldn't work then.
Right.
So we take that off, it'll work then. But
Right,
so you
okay.
fill up the certain empty the other side then.
Oh, okay. So it is just like preference rather than you have to?
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, no worries.
Ah, interesting. Do you enjoy your job?
I really do.
Yeah,
Really
Jeremy's desperate to do your job when he grows up.
Well,
At the minute, anyway. Oh, you never know. You might be your colleague soon. He's got his protective ears on because it is quite noisy, actually. Thank you so much for watching, and we do just have to do a really quick shout out to Steve Jones and everyone that also works alongside him because they have been absolutely fab.
Yeah, like we said, obviously Dad wasn't here, so we did put the stereo on, but that's basically as far as we went, and they made sure everything was right and good to go, which our dad would normally sort out. So yeah, they've just been really good helping us out and everything. So
Yeah, they've
just
been
wanna
really,
say
really
thank you
good.
to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
See you all
watching.
soon.
See you next
Bye.
week.